So hello students, I guess you are fit and fine at your place. So let's start today's class. Okay students? So students, I have one image for you. You have to identify the name. Okay? So you have to identify the name. I have also at my hand. So what is this students? Have you played this game from this object? Yes? Have you played from this object? Okay, yes. So this is a basically, yes. Write it down your answer in the comment box. Yes, this is a rubric cube, right? So students, we have an activity related to this rubric cube. Okay. So what we are going to do, we are going to open up this rubric cube on this slide. Okay. So see, this is a rubric cube. You can see we have some measurements. So students, do you consider these three measurements, which is length, breadth and height? So do you consider this rubric cube under as two-dimensional shapes or three-dimensional shapes? Yes? Is it has 3 dimensions or 2 dimensions? Write it down. It is called 2D or 3D. Yes, basically we called as a 3D, right? So we have a 3D, 3-dimension shape, not a 2-dimension, because we have 3 dimension, right? So as they are also called solid shape, right? So students, I have opened up. See, do you see? Okay. Now students, which kind of shape do you see in each of the cube? Each of the cube of a rubric with the different colors. So I can see that all are made up of some little squares, right? And I can say that they are having 6 faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you can also see in your screen, we can say the 6 faces and 6 different colors are there, right? White, yellow, green, brown, red, blue. So these are the 6 faces, and we can say the 6 squares which are made up of these cubes, right? So students, by here, but we have length, breadth and height. So we can say this is rectangle, but not, because students, we know that for a square every side is same, right? So every side is equal. It is not different, because whenever we consider rectangle, it has different length and breadth, right? But for the square, it is going to be same for each side. So this is a rubric cube which is made up of squares, right? So we are going to discuss about, if I want to paint this whole rubric cube with a single color. Let's consider black. Okay, I want to color all rubric cube with this 6 faces with the black color. So how much paint I required to paint these all the 6 faces of rubric cube, students? So what we have to do with it? So what we will find it out. As you can see the 6 colors, but I will color all the black. So how much color is required to me to paint these all, and how much cost is going to be afford for me? Okay, so we are going to discuss our today's topic, which is discussion. We are going to do it about surface area of a cube. Okay, so this is our topic of discussion, that is surface area of cube, whose concept we are going to discuss. Okay, along with we had applications for this. Okay, so let's see. So students, firstly let's talk about cube. Okay, so basically a cuboid whose length, breadth and height all are equal, then we can say that these are cube. Okay, let me take different color. So then you will say that this is cube. So that's why we say that we can see that in the rubric cube where we have seen the length, breadth and height, but if all are equal, students, so that is come under a cube. Okay, so it has three-dimensional shape. So here also it is a three-dimensional shape. Yes, it is bounded by the 6 equal squares. So make sure, students, these are the 6 equal square on the each faces, right? 6 faces are there, and it has 12 edges and 8 vertices. You know that vertices which at this corner, which is made by all, and edges are these are the line segments which is made by these faces. Okay, so now let's see, students, from this you can see here we have only one side is given, which is 8. That means for all the sides it is going to be same, not a different. So that way we can say that this is a cube. Okay, so let's find it out. Firstly, the total surface area. If I want to cover whole of the part, the black color, so with what I'm going to do it. So students, we are going to do with this with the total surface area. Okay, so how you will going to find it out, the total surface area? So see, we know that we have seen the cuboid total surface area, that is written in front of your screen. That is second step, right? So this is the total surface area of a cuboid. So we discuss only whenever we have any cuboid that is being equal to cube when it is all the length, breadth and height is going to be the same. So we are only substituting all the values into the total surface area of a cuboid. Okay, so let's put it out. Right, so this is our formula. So we have only put it out all the values of a, we know that this is a cube, so all the values of a sides is going to be a. So that's why we have got it all a. So we have substituted. So how many? A square plus a square and a square, right? And then we get 3a square, and if you multiply, open up the bracket, we get 6a square. So that is only on your screen, that how you will get the 6a square. That means this is a total surface area of a cube. Whenever you want to calculate to paint all the squares of this cube, so you have to find it on total surface area. Okay, now students, if I don't want to cover this white color and this yellow color, I want to leave this, so what I will do, I have to find it out the lateral surface area or curved surface area. Okay, so if I don't want to cover this 5th part and the 6th part, okay, so what I will do, I just add the following which are there. Let me take another color. So I add 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. I leave the second 2 parts, okay, which is 5th and 6th. So that way I can come to know that the lateral surface area or a curved surface area of a cube, that is 4a square. The important line is written at the bottom, students. A lateral surface area is 4 times of its face. So I don't want to cover the 2 surfaces, so that way we can leave the 2 faces of a cube, then we will get the lateral surface area, that is 4a square. Okay, now students, see, I have combined all the terms. For a cube, we have this a cube, right? We have a square sheet at the one face, so that's why we have a square, right? So this is our lateral surface area, 4a square, total surface area 6a square. Okay, now students, you have to think some examples of a cube which is in your surrounding. You can see some examples. Yes, do you find some examples of cube? Write it down your answer in the comment box. Okay students, I guess you have completed your task. So students, see, I have pasted some images where I find it out some examples of a cube, right? So see, first I have find it out the dice. The dice you play from the Ludo, like, and the snake and ladder. So this is very important role, right? So dice, you can see this is a cube only. Then we have example of rubric cube, right? You can see we have a sugar cubes also. So these are also made up of cubes, and this is last, which is ice cube. So these are the few examples of a cube in our surroundings. Now students, it's your task to do it. You have to fill in the blanks. Okay, a cuboid whose length, breadth and height are all equal, what is called a dash? So we have discussed all the terms. Okay, so take time and write it down your answer in the comment box. Yes, so I guess you come to know that what is the correct answer. Yes, very good students. So that is answer is a cube. A cube is that cuboid whose length, breadth and height is going to be equal. Then we said that it is a cube. Okay students. Now students, what you have to do? You have to find the lateral surface area of a cube whose side is 5 centimeter. So do you see a cube in right hand side? Right? So this is a cube which we have, right? So we are going to take mention a side which is A. So whose side is given to us which is A? So let's calculate it. How you will do it? You firstly mention the side. Okay, so let me mention the side for this. That is A is equal to, for each side having 5 centimeter. So students, we will calculate the lateral surface area. For the lateral surface area, students, you have to leave the bottom part and the top part. Okay, so let me do it. Which part we are going to left it? So this bottom, top and this bottom part we are going to left, and the other 4 we are going to calculate. So do it. So what is the formula for the lateral surface area of a cube? That is 4a square, right? So we will use this. So we know that side is 5 into 5 square, that is 5 into 5, and 4 into 25. Tell me the answer. It is in the centimeter square. Yes, very good. Write it down your answer in the comment box. From there I come to know that what is your correct answer. Yes students, very good. So we get 100 centimeter square as a lateral surface area. Okay. Now students, next part. Next question is in front of your screen. Read it and tell me what we are going to do for this question. Yes students, you have to find the side of a cube whose surface area is given to you. But students, you don't have the side. So that's we have to calculate only. Okay. So how you will proceed for this? So this is our total surface area is given to us. Okay. So let's consider this side as a A only. Okay. Because we don't have side, so we consider A. So what is the formula for the total surface area? TSA for a cube, that is 6a square, right? So we have TSA, that is 1014 equal to 6a square. So how you will solve this question? You have to divide, you have to shift this term on the left hand side, then you will get a square, right? So do it and tell me what is the correct answer. Do you get it? And write it down your answer in the comment box. Okay students, well I guess you have done, you completed your task. So let's do it together, if those who have not done. So we will shift this 6 into left hand side, we get a square, right? So whenever you divide it and tell me the answer for this. So you will divide it, you will get 169. So we have students a square, so you have to remove the a square, you have to shift to the root, that is square root, and you get at last a is equal to 13 centimeter. So we get the side as a 13 centimeter. So let me write it down. So side we get 13 centimeter. Okay, so this is our correct answer. So match your answer. Do you get the same answer or not? So students, many questions are as like such. Those surface areas given to you, but the sides don't have. So that with the formula only you will calculate, because without the formula you are not able to calculate what is the side of this cube. So that's why we have formulas to find it out, those terms which are missing, so that it is easily find it out the things using the formulas only. Okay, so for the curved surface area or total surface area, please remember which part is there and how you will calculate the following questions. Okay, and make sure your unit should be correct, because here is we have centimeter square, right? So here we will get as a centimeter, because we are finding it out here the side only, but here only we have an area. Okay, now students, one question in front of your screen. State true or false. Yes, you have to tell me. In order to find the total surface area of a cube, so what do you have to find it out? The total surface area of a cube, we need to add the area of all 6 rectangular faces. So the statement is in front of your screen. Is it a correct or a false? So make sure you have read it all the statements regarding whenever you giving any answer. Properly read it, then you will give the correct answer. So students, yes, I get it your answer. So very good. So we have a false statement, right? Why students we have a false statement? Because here we have rectangular faces. It should not be rectangular. It should be, yes, it should be square faces, right? Because we can see in the rubric cube, this is a cube only, and we can see these are the cube is made up of squares, 6 square faces, right? So then we can say that that is total surface area of a cube. Okay, so now let's come forward. Now students, identify the name of this image. What is this? Yes, do you see a watermelon? Do you eat in the summer time? Yes, it's very healthy, right? And it's very freshy and give you, it's a very watery and sweetery, right? So these are the fruits, right? So also this fruit is in the shape of a cube. Very good. So this is in the shape of a cube. So students, for that question we have a watermelon has given in a cube of a base. It has area 64 square units. Okay, and you have to find the length of a side of a cube and also the total surface area of a cube. So students, you don't have the side, but you have only area of a one part, which is a base part, right? So we can consider that this is a square part. Okay, because whenever we talk about cube, so cube are all are made up of a squares. So this is a squares whose area is given to you, which is 64 square units. Okay, so students, let's do it. How you will do? We know that area is side into side. So we have a square, right? So you will use this formula. So we know that a square is equal to 64. So you will take the square root of 64. So now you will calculate the value and tell me what is the value. It's going to be units. Yes. Do we get any answer for the length of a side of a cube? Yes. Yes, very good students. So we get 8 units, right? That means for the side of a cube, that is going to be 8. Okay, Now students, our second part we are going to do for the total surface area of a cube. So how you will calculate the total surface area of your cube? Do you have any idea? We get it, side act as a 8 units. Okay, so now we are going to find it out, that its total surface area. So how you will do for the total surface area? Yes students, so we know that for the total surface area we have a formula, that is TSA 6A squared. Yes, so we'll just substitute all the terms because we have a side also, so now it is very easier for us. So TSA, that is 6A squared, that is 6 into A is 8 into 8. So calculate the answer and tell me it is a square units. Those who find it out the answer, write it down your answer in the comment box. Okay, from there I will check it out your answer. Yes, very good students. So at last we get 384 square units is the total surface area of this watermelon, that is at the base of a cube. Okay, now student, one more question. This is a rubric cube, right? So we have a cube whose edge is given to us 7. Now you have to calculate for this rubric cube. So the length is given as the edge of a cube, that is, we know that for a cube every side is going to be same, right? So we will calculate with the help of its total surface area. So use this formula only. Pause the video and do it, this question. Yes, so for this we have a side which is 7 centimeter, right? We will use this one. So we have a TSA which is in front of you, 6A square, right? Now students, what you will do? You will substitute the values, 6 into 7 into 7. So calculate it and tell me the answer in centimeter square. So very good students. So do you get 294 centimeter square is the total surface area for this rubric cube. Okay. Now students, one more question. In this case I have 4 options for you. So do it and tell me and choose from 4 a correct answer. Okay. The total surface area of a cube you have to find it out, whose edge is given, which is 10 centimeter, right? So what is the correct answer for the total surface area of a cube? Yes, we are going to use only this TSA, right? So we have an edge. So now it is very easier for you to find it out which is the correct answer, right? Yes, very good students. So at last we get the answer as a 600 meters square is the correct answer. Okay, so check it out your answer. Now students, let's recap what we have discussed in today's class, right? So we have discussed about a cuboid whose length, breadth and height is going to be all equal, and it is 3 dimensions, 6 equal squares you can see bounded by, and 12 edges and 8 vertices, right? So what is that value for it? For the curved surface area, that is 4A square, right? And total surface area 6A square. Now students, these are the few examples of a cube: dice, rubric cube, sugar cubes, ice cube. So few more examples are there at your pens. So you will analyze and write it down the answer in the comment box if you get more examples related with the cube. Okay. Now students, this is your homework part. The two questions are there. Firstly, calculate the cost for required paint aquarium when the cube in the shape of it, right? So there is edges given to you as well as the cost of aquarium is given to you. So calculate first, then you will go with the cost. Okay, same for the artist has make a Rubik cube, right? Rubik's cube. So he has to be calculate the surface area for largest cube she has made it. So how much paint she required to cover it all. So you have to do it for this cube purpose. Okay, now students, at the last we have an activity. For that activity I pasted some materials along with 3 steps to follow, and you have to find it out the verify the total surface area and lateral surface area